Hello everybody, Tedger here. Welcome to Creation Station. Before we start our video, I'd like to ask everybody to please donate to Blender Foundation if you're using the software. I've been using it for years. I really appreciate the hard work these guys are doing. Today I have donated $50. Now you don't have to donate 50, you can even just donate $5. I mean, it really would help these guys out. These guys are doing God's work for us, literally. I mean, so many people can make games because people like these individuals are going out of their way to provide us with software to do so. We don't have to pay a subscription, we don't have to pay anything. These guys are virtually working for free if we don't, help fund them. And we can't really, be mad when things don't turn out the way we want them if we're not going to support the product. So I'm asking everybody today to please donate if possible. If you don't have the money at the moment, I sure didn't, at some point. It'd be really nice if you did. So let's get on with today's video, and I'm going to be showing you guys, for absolute beginners, how to sculpt in Blender. Alright, to get started, what we're going to do is I'm going to go over some very basic things to scroll wheel zooms. You can hold that button and actually rotate around. When you hold shift and use the center button of the mouse to scroll wheel, you can move around like this. Very basic things that you should know to start off. Up here on the right, you can pull this down and see the cube. You got a light source and a camera. When you click these options down here change. We will click the cube. You can right click it here and delete it, or you can just click the cube itself and go to delete. Now, adding shapes is as easy as going up here and clicking add, mesh, and you got a list of shapes. We will be going to UV sphere for this tutorial. Normally these things have something you can click on down here to give you options. You can individually adjust the detail for rings or the segments, which is basically vertical and horizontal detail. What we're going to do is we're going to do this evenly across what we're working with. So you can do that by going to edit mode, and you can go to edge and go to subdivide. And as you can see, it just evenly does the detail. It once again has something down here you can click on. Number of cuts. We will increase that to 2. So that's getting started with what you're going to want to do to be able to sculpt, because that's what we're going to mainly be covering. But I want to make sure you guys know some very key details first. When you select this mesh, you can go to object and go to shade smooth. And as you can tell, it really smoothed out the rough edges of this sphere. If you go to flat, it just, brings it right back to the way it was, where all the edges are shaded to where you can see them. Just something I thought I would point out. There's a lot of options here that we will go over in other videos, but you will not be using a lot of options for sculpting. Sculpting is relatively simple. You can access sculpting and other things up here at the top. UV editing, texture painting, you name it, can all be accessed up here. The center wheel, when you click it, moves this around. There's actually more stuff you can click over here on the plus sign and get to that may not be popped up here already, but you can add it. So another way to get the sculpting is over here in object mode. There's edit, sculpting. You can do the texture painting, weight painting, and all that here as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go to sculpt mode to get you started. Now you'll notice when we go to sculpt mode, we got brushes down here at the bottom, and by clicking right on the edge, we can drag this up and double the amount of brushes on the screen. This is probably the preferred amount of brushes to have on the screen because you've got a nice selection. There are other brushes that are not displayed. We are just in general. You can go to all and scroll over here if you want, but general's all we're going to need for the moment. So to get started, we're going to do one last thing. We're going to go up here and we're going to click X and Y, and this mirrors what we're doing to the geometry of this mesh. We're going to go to grab because that's the main thing we're going to be using here. We're not going to be using many brushes for this. We're going to increase the brush size, I'd say 300-ish, and come down here to the bottom. And you see how I'm not centered? I'm kind of horizontally on all four sides. Pull out and down. I wouldn't have it too close together, but about like that. We're going to be doing a shape of an animal. So these are our legs. We will be able to pull up in the middle and actually a little bit on the back of the legs, pull out. Same thing on this side, pull out. And then a little bit on the outside, we'll push in. On the outside, push in. There we go. We got to start there. Keeping track of what direction you're facing is important. You can click any of these directions and line up perfectly. What we're going to do is we're going to line up on the y-axis with the x-axis out to the sides. And we're going to unclick the Y. And we're going to click here and we're going to pull out. And the reason we're doing that is because this is going to be the head and tail. Now we're going to click in the center and pull it down a little bit. Now undo the X. And we're just going to choose a side to be the head. We will pull up right there and then pull up for the snout. Pull up under the neck and pull out on the tail. Pretty funny looking creature so far, but I mean, this is pretty quick. We're going to get somewhere really fast now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up under the stomach a little bit more. We're going to rotate above and we're going to click the Y because that is out to the sides. Increase our brush size. I'm almost at 500. Push in on the sides. There we go. And then push in on the front. Push in on the back. Push up again underneath. And as you can see, we are already getting a lot farther pretty quick. Now, something we're getting ready to do, we're going to undo X real quick. And we're going to go up under the tail, pull up under the tail, pull down on the back. And we're going to straighten this out just a little bit because we can at least get away with that for right now. Alright, what we're going to want to do, now that I got everything adjusted, you're going to want to click Remesh. Voxel size, around 5. Hit Remesh. This adds detail. We were stretching out the geometry, and the more you stretch it out, the less detail, the less edges there are to manipulate after a while. This adds that detail back. So now we can go back and smooth things out because we got enough detail that it's not just gonna break the mesh. Go over there and do that. Smooth out the back a little bit, the sides. Don't want to hit the legs a whole lot, but we will hit them a little bit. And in the head, the neck. Do the side of the neck here a little bit. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to inflate And we're going to hit the legs a little bit. Undo that because I didn't have it selected properly. Select X and Y, then inflate the legs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to grab. We're going to go and we're going to get these poles going. We're just going to pull in and out a little bit. We're going to go up to the remesh again and reselect it just like we did before. Now when we pull on the front, it's going to give us a lot more detail to work with. We will undo the X-axis and leave the Y at the moment. And we will pull forward and then pull forward on the back and then pull down. And then we will undo the Y and we will take a look. As we can see, it's a little flat on the side, so we will actually reselect the Y and pull out again just a little bit. There we go. Now it's getting somewhere. We'll do the same thing on the back here. Pull out. Much better. Much better. Hopefully this is something you guys will really enjoy. It'll grow on you because sculpting can be a lot of fun. There's more than one way to go about modeling things. Depends on what you're modeling, of course. We're just going to be covering the basics here with sculpting. I think it would benefit a lot more people to cover this than a lot of other subjects right now, which is why I chose it to be the first thing I teach. Thin out the tail a little bit more. We will get up above it, select the Y, and we will come in and really pull in on the tail. Very nice. We will go and undo Y, increase our brush size. We will pull down on the back, and don't worry about this. It will fix itself. Well, I wouldn't say fix itself, but we will be able to fix it very easily. Click the legs. I actually forgot I ain't mirrored. We want to re-click the X and Y, then pull in on the legs. There we go. Pull out a little bit. Pull out a little bit. There we go. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to hit the remesh again, and we're going to go to smooth. We're going to go over the edge of the back, and we're going to get that rounded off. Once again, I didn't hit X. Don't be me. Make sure you hit the X so you can smooth both sides at the same time. Or actually, it's the Y-axis, sorry. Multiple recordings of this video, I got him facing a different direction. I didn't like the way my other version of this video was going, so I redone it. I really should have faced him the same way, but is what it is. Is what it is. Let's go around and smooth things a little bit. Let's see, the neck needs a little bit more smoothing. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to grab, and we're going to pull up under the neck. We're going to pull down where the nose and the actual part of the head would connect. The snout needs to be formed. Pull there. Now we got a snout coming in pretty nicely there. Stretch that out. Undo the Y so I can try to even that a little bit where I messed up. There we go. Now we're going to select the Y because that's what's on the side, and we're going to select about right here and pull up, and then we're going to do it from the sides and pull out, and then push down in the middle, pull up underneath, And as you can see, what's going on is we're going to be creating some ears. So we will push in the front, push up on the back. We will pull down a little bit more, and we will pull more out on these ears. Go to remesh, and then pull down. That's the really cool part about knowing about being able to remesh and adding that detail in. Now we got some ears started on this dog. And then we can shrink this brush down and pull a little bit up in the middle there. Pull up a little bit back here as well. Up under there. There we go. Very nice start. Very nice start. Not perfect. Not perfect, but it's just something you got to get used to. As you can see, I'm not used to sculpting, so mine's not exactly the best work of art either. I actually do my editing all in edit mode by individually going in and moving the pieces around, and not everybody's going to be able to move the vertices around and really make sense of what they're doing, but that's how I do it. I'm doing the sculpting once again because I think that people will be able to get the hang of that a lot easier. I tend to not do things normally a lot of times. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's not. We're going to increase our brush size, and we're going to hit the sides and shrink them in. There we go. Really starting to see the dog shape come in. Really starting to see it. Pull up. There we go. Flattens the bottom a little bit, which there is a flatten, but we needed to also pull up to shrink the legs a little bit. We will click the X and Y again and pull these legs in. There we go. Didn't take us very long to get a dog shape. It's not perfect, but it's a proof of concept for what can be done. If you actually master the tools, it would not take very long at all to get started making stuff. And hopefully this helps you guys get started in Blender. I thought this would probably be the easiest beginner tutorial to start you guys off with. Now, if you guys like this video, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I really like doing this as a hobby. I've started YouTube because I'd like to share stuff online. If you guys get into this, you guys can share stuff on YouTube as well, and it'd be really nice to see what you guys come up with. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here for tonight. Hopefully you guys were able to get some use out of this video. Hopefully you guys have a good night.